Hi you guys, so today we got a sleepy meta for you guys, man. This weapon is absolutely insane. It's melting zombies like it's nothing. Now, one of the crazy thing about this weapon is the damage input that you can do on the level 2 or the level 3 guys. Now, when you pack a punch this weapon to level 1, you do massive damage to the level 2 guys, and then when you pack a punch it to level 2, you do massive damage to the level 3 guys. So basically, this weapon is like powerful enough to handle the upper tier. So this is a sidewinder, you guys. This weapon is a battle rifle. It does massive damage. Now, obviously to the bosses, you're not going to be doing a one-shot kill, but pretty much to the zombies, regardless of what zone you are, is literally almost a one-shot kill. What I mean by that is if you fight in level 3 guys, you probably still have to shoot them twice, maybe 3 times, just to actually bring them down. And we're talking about 3 bullets. I'm not talking about spamming, you know. And then as far as the level 1 guy, it's a one-shot kill. I'm going to show you guys. And the level 2 is like a 2-shot kills as well. As long as you pack a punch to level 2 on the level 2 zone, they're pretty much done. Now, but you about to see with this bounty right here how much damage this thing does. Now I do recommend you guys running the dead shot perk, because that one's going to give you more output damage, especially since we're going to be hitting that critical hit damage with it. With a legendary tool, it does even more damage. Right now we only got an epic tool on these weapons, only pack a punch to level 1, so we're going to go ahead and pack a punch it to level 2 and then level 3, and then we're going to see how much damage this weapon does. But this weapon is an absolutely insane. This is in the level 3 zone. This weapon come in handy just because of how much damage output this weapon does. I mean, I know it only got 40 rounds to be honest, but I feel like 40 rounds is still good enough when the weapon is so powerful like this one. I'm guessing that's the only reason why this weapon got 40 rounds, because it is overpowered. But it just feel reliable in my opinion. But you guys definitely got to try this weapon out. I'm going to show you guys the class setup. Also, we're going to be showing you guys how much damage this weapon do in the red zone. So we're going to be heading to the red zone. First things first, we're going to go ahead and pack a punch this weapon to level 2. So we're going to need a little more money to actually get there. After that, we will be heading to the level 3. Now before we move on, let me show you guys how good this weapon is, especially here on the level 1 zone. I mean, pretty much any weapon is good on the level 1 zone, but just this weapon right here, it's just not fair, man. Just this weapon just not make it fair. Like I just feel bad for the zombies, because I mean, look at this. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's so many weapons out there like one-shot kill, especially if you have a you know, epic ether tool and you got your weapon pack a punch level 1. I mean, pretty much everything's gonna be one shot. But I mean, the way this weapon feels, it just feel like it's one shot regardless of what you got on. You know what I'm saying? That's how powerful this weapon makes you feel. Now let me go ahead and move to the 2 zone, you guys, just because I mean the level 1 zone just is way too easy. And you can't really test this weapon here unless you get to the 2 zone. Now the crazy thing about the 2 zone, you guys, that we're about to get on, is that, like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, even though you are fighting level 2 zone and your weapon is pack a punch to level 1, as you can see right here, we are pack a punch only to level 1, and we fighting the level 2 guys like they level 1. I mean, look at this, 2 shots, literally 2 shots. I mean, anybody here, you saw right in the beginning of the video how much damage this weapon, you know, does when we show the intro with the red zone. Look at this guy, man. We only got this weapon pack a punch to level 1, and we only got an epic ether tool. So like I said, put a legendary ether tool on this thing, man. Oh my god, I mean the damage, like it's just not even fair like this. But anyway, man, my name is J.I. You guys, if you guys can consider subscribing to the channel, I really will appreciate it, man. We're on the road to 10,000 subscribers, you guys. I mean, we're growing every single day. I mean, we're getting new viewers every single time, and man, I really do appreciate all the love and support. And man, if you guys can drop a like as well, man, that would be amazing. You guys, it will definitely help this channel out. Also, you guys, I did try this weapon in the dark ether, and this weapon does show a little bit of disadvantage on that area, especially when you are in the locations where you're gonna be around the buildings, inside the buildings. Just because with 40 rounds with this weapon in the dark ether and that many zombies coming at you, man, it really downplay the damage. Like the damage doesn't even matter because it's just so many zombies in there. So but as far as here, man, the 2 zone and the 3 zone, I mean, this weapon is amazing, you guys. Like for bosses, I mean, it doesn't really matter. You about to see right here, man, we on the level 3 zone. We're gonna go ahead and pack a punch this weapon, and from here we're gonna see how good this weapon can be in the 3 zone. Alright, so this weapon does feel like a marksman rifle sometimes, just because the fire rate is not so fast. But at the same time, because you have the, you know, semi-automatic, obviously it's a battle rifle, but it just, man, it just do so much damage, you guys. Like I do want to try this on the multiplayer and maybe on Warzone just to see how good it is. But here in Zombie, man, it's amazing. Now, one of the things I want to try is I want to try this weapon with a different build. So if you guys, oh my god, look, I'm joking these people. If you guys do try a different build with this weapon, let me know in the comments down below how good your build is. Maybe y'all can drop on the comments, like, you know, you guys build, and maybe I can try it just to see. Just because maybe you guys have a different build than me, and maybe it's a lot better, you know what I'm saying, especially with me only having 40 rounds. So so right here we're gonna go ahead and buy some more armor plates, and we got our weapon pack-a-punch to level 3. And look at this baby, you guys. Look at this. Get some more armor plates. Look at this, 2 shots. It literally took 2 shots. Look at this, he's done. Now, like I said, depending on how close you are to the target, it could be 3 shots or it could be 2 shots, but regardless, you're not going to be shooting somebody like 5 times or 4 times, you know what I'm saying. It's always going to be between 2 to 3 shots, minimum 4 shots, and they're pretty much done. Basically, on your perks, you want to use this one, the dead shot decoy can. So this one right here is going to give you critical hit damage, location, increase enemy critical hit damage. Basically, every time you shoot, the bullet's actually gonna get to that critical hit damage, where you're gonna be able to do more damage. So if you get that headshot to the zombies, pretty much like game over. Through class it up right here. So this is what we're running right here. So we could have put more, you know, rounds in this weapon, but I felt like 40 rounds was enough. It was working for me. You can go ahead and switch the 30 rounds, and once you pack a punch, you get a lot more rounds in there. And you can just substitute this. Now, I like using this one because it's going to give me damage range and bullet velocity right here. And basically, this is what you get. You get plus 15%, plus 50%, plus 50%, all bullet velocity, minimal damage range, and effective damage range. The only thing that's going down is the recoil. Now, we're not playing Warzone or multiplayer, so I didn't really care about the recoil. And then this right here, once again, we got low ball recoil just to compensate. And then we got some, you know, movement speed and mobility. And then obviously we're gonna have this right here because, you know, we need a scope to it. And then we're using the Tempest Predator. This one right here is going to give you more effective damage range, minimal damage range, and bullet velocity. And then it's going to give me some recoil control. Now again, we're compensating because now we're getting rid of a low bit of mobility and a high spread weapon. We're running with this one, which is going to give me more bullet velocity and more damage range. That's why I said this build right here is basically for all damage range right here, you guys. So yeah, and that's it, man.